performance. You guys are part of a long-standing tradition here at the seminary, and our guys and lovely ladies have been pouring their heart and soul into this performance, and we're so incredibly happy that you're here to share this with us. Just a few housekeeping notes. There will be a 10-minute intermission after the first act, and there are bathrooms all over the place that you'll be guided to. And after the show, we invite you to a light social in the Cardinal Mooney Parlor, which is the red carpet room up by the front. So without further ado, sit back and enjoy HMS Pinafore.
if you can't hear us clearly in the back, then perhaps we should revert to its original title, HMS Semaphore. We hope that wasn't too rude.
We're about to weigh anchor with one of the best-loved comedic operas ever. HMS Pinafore was first performed May 25th, 1878.
The public fell in love with the score with its many echoes of Italian opera.
It set up the English class system and the nobility so wickedly that Queen Victoria pronounced, "We are not amused."
It's in the Portsmouth that the Pinafore is moored.
And the action takes place on the quarter deck, where the Royal Navy's finest and saltiest are swabbing hard.
Little Buttercup comes aboard to peddle her wares.
Chickens and
played by the talented Mrs. LePere, cry the sailors. The roundest and rosiest beauty in port.
Ah, but she remarks, have you considered that beneath a frivolous exterior there may lurk a canker worm, which slowly but surely is eating its way into one's heart?
No, they can't honestly say they had considered that.
Well, Gilbert was once asked at his club whether he'd heard of a one-eyed man named Matthew. No, said Gilbert. What's his other eye called?
Perhaps it was Matthew who inspired his villain, Dick Deadeye, played tonight by Mr. Liam Mulligan. I'm ugly and they hate me for it.
Dick is jealous of his shipmate, the handsome Rafe Rackstraw, played by Mr. Ryan Ferrigan. Rafe has a strangely unsailor-like tendency toward elevated romantic utterance.
Who is the youth whose faltering feet with difficulty bear him on his course?
That is the smartest lad in all the fleet, Rafe Rackstraw.
Rafe, that name, remorse, remorse.
To do her
secret passion is for his captain's fragrant daughter.
Why should his low status prove an obstacle? A man is but a man, whether he hoists his flag at the main trunk or slacks at the main deck.
Well, in principle. Now we meet the captain himself, played by Mr. Paul Keenan. Cochrane is a model naval officer. He's polite to his men, he's never seasick, and he never, ever utters a profanity. Well, hardly ever. Small wonder why his crew, not to mention Buttercup, are so keen on him. However, underneath his confident veneer, he's not happy. His daughter, Josephine, played by the talented Miss Angela Tice, is being wooed by none other than the First Lord of the Admiralty, but she's oddly resistant.
My gallant crew, good morning.
Sir, good morning.
I hope you're all quite well.
Quite well. And you, sir?
I am in reasonable health, and happy to meet you all once more.
You do us proud, sir.
I am the captain of the Pinafore.
And a right good captain, too.
You're very, very good, and be it understood, I command a right good crew.
We're very, very good, and be it understood, you command a right good crew.
Though related to a peer, I can hand reef and steer, or ship the salvage. I'm never known to quail at the fury of a gale, and I'm never known to sink at sea.
Was never,
No, never.
was never.
Hardly ever.
He's under sick at sea. And give creatures and one cheer more for the body, captain of the Pinafore. They give creatures and one cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore.
I do my best to satisfy you all.
And with you we're quite content.
You're exceedingly polite, and I think it only right to return a compliment.
We're exceedingly polite, and he thinks it only right to return the compliment.
Bad language or abuse I never use, whatever the emergency. Though bothered I may occasionally say, I never use a big deal.
Was never,
No, never.
was never.
Hardly ever.
Hardly ever swims a big deal. And give creatures and one cheer more for the well-bred captain of the Pinafore. They give creatures and one cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore.
Sir, you are sad, the silent eloquence of yonder tear that trembles on your eyelash proclaims a sorrow far more deep than common. Confide in me, fear not, I am a
Yes, little buttercup, I'm sad and sorry. My daughter Josephine, the fairest flower that ever blossomed on ancestral timber, is sought in marriage by Sir Joseph Porter, our Admiralty's first lord. But for some reason, she does not seem to tackle kindly to it.
Poor Sir Joseph, I know too well the anguish of a heart that loves but vainly. But see, here comes your most attractive daughter.
horseman.
Sorry her lot, who loves too well, heavy the heart that hopes but vainly, sad are the sighs that own the spell, uttered by eyes that speak too plainly. Sorry her lot, who loves too well, heavy the heart that hopes but vainly. Heavy the sorrow that bows the head when love is alive and hope is dead. When love is alive and hope is dead. Sad is the hour when sets the sun, dark is the night to us but daughters, when to the ark the wearied one flies from the empty waste of waters. Sad is the hour when sets the sun, dark is the night to us but daughters. Heavy the sorrow that bows the head when love is alive and hope is dead. When
Corcoran tenderly asks his child, "What is the matter?" She loves someone else, one of his own crew. The captain is sympathetic but appalled, telling her, in a matter of the heart, "I would not coerce my daughter. I attach little value to wealth or rank. But the line must be drawn somewhere." The captain, being a good father, seeks out the counsel of a spiritual father who has come aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, here to sing one of the captain's songs cut from the early performances of HMS Pinafore is our very own spiritual father, resident Latinist, and one of tonight's naval chaplains, the Reverend Clint McDonald.
Reflect, my child, he may be brave as any in the Royal Navy, and daily face a watery grave, the locker of poor Davy. But ah, what gallant act would counteract the fearful ban that falls on man? With his knife's sharp blade devours his gravy. truth, I fear the sneer that would disgrace each face when he with blade of knife devours his grave. He may a second Shakespeare be, endowed with faculty creative, but what avail such gifts if he confounds accusative with dative? In what far no cover one moral birth or strength of limb atone for him? Was words don't tally with the nominative? Oh, how I know too well how people frown him down whose verbs don't tally with the nominative.
And now, from a gilded barge, his lordship is piped aboard. Sir Joseph Porter is Gilbert's send-up to the real admiralty of the day. Sir Joseph, played by Mr. John Boughton, comes to propose, chaperoned by a gaggle of sisters, cousins, and aunts, and headed up by his cousin Hebe, played by Ms. Rebecca Vogel.
Military honors and fearless in battle. Blood as cold as ice and thick as tar. Nothing less would be expected from the ruler of the Queen's Navy. Sir Joseph's climb to the height of prestige is not what one might expect. You might even say it's a Cinderella story. A story we're about to hear next, if you can keep up.
I'll give 3 cheers. I'll lead the way. Hurrah! Hurrah! Hooray! 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 And the monarch of the sea, the ruler of the Queen's Navy, whose praise great prince and loud their chants I am.
We are sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And they are his sisters and his cousins and his aunts, his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And when at anchor here I ride, my bosom swells with pride, and I snap my fingers in a bowman's pulse.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts, his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
But when the breezes blow, I generally go below, and seek the seclusion that a cabin grants.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts, and so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts, his sisters and his cousins and the Americans of my cousins and his aunts. When I was a lad, I served a term as office boy to an attorney's firm. I cleaned the windows and I swept the floor, and I polished up the handle on the big front door. He polished up the handle of the big front door.
I polished up that handle so carefully that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
He polished up the handle so carefully that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
As office boy, I made such a mark that they gave me the post of a junior clerk. I served the writs with a smile so bland, and I copied all the letters in a big brown pad.
He copied all the letters in a big brown pad.
I copied all the letters in a hand so free that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
He copied all the letters in a hand so free that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Serving writs, I made such a name that an articled clerk I soon became. I wore pink collars and a brand
partnership, and that junior partnership by week was the only ship I ever had seen. Well, that kind of ship so suited me that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Well, that kind of ship so suited me that now he's the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
I grew so rich that I was sent by a pocket borough to Parliament. I always voted in my party's hall, and I never thought of thinking of myself at all.
He never thought of thinking of himself at all.
I thought so little they rewarded me by making me the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
He thought so little they rewarded me by making him the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Now, landsmen all, whoever you may be, if you want to rise at the top of the tree, if your soul isn't fettered to an office stool, be careful to be guided by this golden rule.
Be careful to be guided by this golden rule.
Stick close to your desks and never go to sea. And you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy.
Stick close to your desks and never go to sea, and you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy.
Measure 49, Alto Largo, if you please. In seminary I took a turn to pray and study and discern. The server's parts I learned by rote, for candle, thurible, and incense boat.
Candle, thurible, and incense boat.
And that incense boat so enchanted me that now I'm the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Incense boat so enchanted me that now he's the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Now, landsmen all, whoever you may be, if you want to rise at the top of the tree, if your soul is offended to an office stool, be careful to be guided by this golden rule.
Be careful to be guided by this golden rule.
Stick close to your desk, never go to sea, and you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy.
Stick close to your desk and never go to sea, and you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy.
For I hold it on the seas, the expression, if you please, a particularly gentlemanly tone implies.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts. His sisters and his cousins would be reckoned to my cousins and his aunts.
Sir Joseph inspects the crew, commending Rayfrac Straw in particular, and even produced a hornpipe of his own composition for them. It's an inspiring ditty for the sailors, teaching them that a British tar is any man's equal, though of course not equal to him.
Pardon me, sir, but what is a ditty?
Why, it's a short song or poem. It comes from the Old French dite, meaning composition. It also comes from the Latin dictare or dictatum, meaning to dictate or something dictated.
You could have just said a short song. There's been nothing short with you thus far.
Our British tar is a soaring soul, as free as a mountain bird. His energetic fist should be ready to resist a dictatorial word. His nose should tap, and his lips should curl, his cheeks should flame, and his brow should brow, his bosom should heave, and his heart should love, and his fist be ever ready for a knock. His nose should pant, and his lips should curl, his cheeks should flame, and his brow should furrow, his bosom should heave, and his heart should glow, and his fist be ever ready for a knock down blow. his face and his ash, and his breastplate, and this should be his customary attitude. His foot should stamp, and his thumb should ground, his head should twirl, and his face should scout, his eyes should flash, and his breastplate droop, and this should be his customary attitude. His attitude, his attitude, his attitude.
Rafe is left alone with his thoughts when Josephine, escaping Sir Joseph's nauseating attentions, comes up for air. Rafe boldly declares his feelings in poetic prose. She responds as a dutiful daughter of rank should. Your proffered love I haughtily reject. Go, sir, and learn to cast your eyes on some village maiden in your own rank. With these words, she drives Rafe to the brink of despair.
Refrain, audacious tongue, your suit for pressing. Remember what you are, and do addressing. Refrain, audacious tongue, your suit for pressing. Remember what you are, and do addressing. Refrain, audacious tongue, remember what you are.
Come here, come here.
Aye, aye, my boy, one cheer, one cheer. Now tell us, pray without delay, what does she say? One cheer, one cheer.
The maiden treats my suit with scorn, rejects my humble gift. My lady, she says I am ignobly born, and cuts my hopes adrift. My lady,
Oh, cruel one, oh, cruel one.
she spun your suit. Oh, oh, I told you so, I told you so.
Shall we submit? Are we but slaves? Love comes alike to high and low. Britannia sailors rule the waves. And shall we stoop to insults? No, no.
You must admit you are the slaves of Lady She, oh. You lovely toilers of the wave, she spun you on and told you so.
Shall we submit? Are we but slaves? Shall we submit? Are we but slaves? Love comes alike to high and low. Britannia sailors rule the waves. And shall we stoop to insults? No, no.
My friends, my leave of life I'm taking. For oh, my heart is breaking when I am gone. Oh, prithee tell the maid that as I die, I loved her well.
Ah, stay your hand, I love you.
Oh, say your hand, she loves you.
Loves me.
Loves you.
Yes, yes, ah, yes, she loves you.
Oh, joy, oh, rapture unforeseen, for now the sky is all serene. The God of day, the orb of love, has hung his ensign high above. The sky is all ablaze with wooing words and loving heart. We chase the light as one, and if we find the maiden one, I'll learn of what decorous joy in dreaming love delays. He thinks he's won his Josephine, but though the sky is now serene, a frowning thunderbolt above may end their ill-assorted love, which now is all of his. Our captain ever is, one will be extremely down upon the wicked men who art employed to make his Josephine less coy in many careless ways. Oh, joy, oh, rapture unforeseen, of Captain Sewell, the sky is all serene. The God of day, the arm of wicked, has hung his ensign high above. The sky is always, is always, is always. The sky is always, always.
Night as still as death,
When still unsure,
a clergyman
shall make us one.
and then we can
Return for none.
every night with bated breath and muffled moan, without a light as still as death, with still
scheme you've planned. She's a lady, you are master. Remember, she's your gallant captain's daughter, and you the meanest slave that cruels the water. Back, vermin, back, you mock us, back, vermin, back, you shock us. Get it, move back! Let's take the chase for sailors by who cast off arms of rank the sun, and gives a home and fortune too for the honest love of sailor true. Tra la 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 la. Let's give the chase for sailors by who cast off arms of rank the sun, and gives a home and fortune too for the honest love of sailor true.
For a British star is a soaring soul as free as a mountain bird. His energetic fist should be ready to resist a dictatorial word. His eyes should flash with the ring on fire, his brow will scorn be wrong. He never should bow down to a dominating throne with a tyrant tongue.
His nose should pant and his lips should curl, his cheek should flame